Hello, all you beautiful souls, and welcome to Thursday, the 12th of September, 2024. So today I'm using a deck that is called Lionscape, which is quite an interesting one. As you will see, the artwork is quite different from what we usually expect, but really, really quite fabulous. So as I'm shuffling, let's set the intention that the cards that come through today be exactly what we need to see, what we need to hear. Let them give us the guidance and the insight that we need on what we need to be focusing on today. Where do we need to be placing our attention? Where do we need to be placing our energy? And what is our mindset for the day ahead? Okay. So grabbing a card at random, and we have got the dreaded death card. So how beautiful is this? I mean, that we've got the, the northern lights displayed. I mean, I so wish we could see them in South Africa, but unfortunately we can only see them in pictures and on the telly and social media and things like that. And then we've got the hands of a release. Now it's quite significant, this. I attended a funeral of a really dear friend of mine's husband yesterday. And, death is something that we all are so afraid of. And we're also nervous about, scared about, because we don't know what it is. We don't know what to expect, and we don't know how it goes, and we have so much anxiety around what maybe happens that we fear it terribly. But it's the only thing that's guaranteed in life for you and for me and for everybody else. We will die at some point, at some stage, somehow. So it's pointless fearing the inevitable. We can't stop it, we can't change it, we can't alter it. It is going to happen. The process of dying may be different for each one of us, because some may be through illness, some may be through accident, some may be through just peacefully closing your eyes and going to sleep and never waking up again. How we all wish for that, don't we? So when the death card comes up in tarot, it's not about the death of the human. That's not what it's about at all. What it is about the change that needs to take place within the human. Because death is just that. It is change. It is the evolution from one state or form into another. The standard typical analogy that's always given with the death card is the caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. But it's the best example of the death card. So the caterpillar has to die in order for the butterfly to be born. They are the same energy, they are the same being, they are the same thing, but they've just changed their outward appearance. And that's what death is. It's changing the outward appearance. So, when we're human, when we're still on the earth plane, we are tangible, we are made of flesh, we are made of bone and blood and all of those glorious things. And that's what holds us in. That is our vessel, our vehicle. And death is about letting go of that and embracing a different form, embracing a different skin, a different body, a different shape. Puppies are playing. I hope the sound doesn't come through. So that's what death is. So today we need to let go of something. We need to let go of a part of ourselves that no longer serves us, that no longer feeds our soul. So that thing that we need to let go of today may be different for every single one of us. You may need to let go of your attachment to a particular outcome, or an attachment to a particular thought process, or an expectation, or a belief system, or a way of thinking about another person. You might have judgment on somebody, and you might always think of them as bad, and think of them as, crazy, and think of them as nuts and weird and psycho and whatever. And today you may need to let go of that. Today you may need to change or end that way of thinking and believing in order to see them differently, because maybe they've evolved, maybe they've changed, maybe they've gone through the death process themselves. All right, let's take a second card. And the second card we have is the Tower. I shouldn't laugh, but oh my gosh, you know what? It doesn't rain, it pours, isn't it? Isn't that how it goes? When one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong. Have you ever had one of those days when you wake up in the morning and you get out of bed and you stump your toe, and you just know at that point that everything is going to go wrong? Well, it looks like we're in for one of those days. The Tower card is interesting, and just look how beautiful this is with the holographic, and as the light catches it, so you get all the different shades and colors. Isn't it fabulous? Just bringing a little bit of happiness, a little bit of prettiness into our Tower card. So the Tower card is about your world crumbling. The Tower card is about your world collapsing. It's about everything going wrong and the tower coming down into a pile of rubble. The Tower card is about sudden and drastic change. We've got the Death card, which is about change. So the Death card sort of, started us off gently and thinking, okay, it's time to think about change and think about evolution and think about, who you are and what you want to be and blah, blah, blah. So the Death card was sort of easing us into it. And then the Tower card comes along and goes, wham. Okay, so friends, today is going to be a very, very interesting day in that things are going to happen without you deciding, without you choosing, without you being aware. It's almost like the decision is taken away from you for change. So what is important is that you recognize and that you realize that when something goes wrong today, you have to just go with the flow. Okay, do not resist, do not try and swim upstream. Okay, no salmon fish today we're just going to be ordinary fishies. We're just going to go with the flow. We're going to go down the stream, we're going to do our thing. We're not going to go against the flow, because if we go against the flow, things are going to get worse for us. Okay, so do not resist the change, do not resist the anything today. Go with the flow, trust the process, no matter how painful, no matter how awkward, no matter how weird, no matter how anything, just go with the flow today and trust that ultimately what ends up or what comes out is actually the thing that you need the most, but you just didn't know it. All right, so trust the process, go with the flow, allow the changes to evolve, allow the changes to happen, and know that ultimately the change is going to be for your benefit, and ultimately everything is going to work out exactly as it needs to. The only thing that you need to do is not resist the changes, to not resist the evolution, and to understand that with the Tower card, it's going to be quick, it's going to be sudden. It might not be what you want, it might not be what you expect, but it's definitely going to be in your best interests. So friends, wishing you a fabulous Thursday, and until we connect again tomorrow, take care.